Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you're watching the GSL Talk Show. And today I am talking to Ms. Tolu Amadi, and you do not want to miss this conversation, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the GSL Talk Show. I am here with the lovely Tolu Amadi. Hello, how are you?
I am well. I'm fine. Thank you.
Man, I know we've been through a few things, and so I appreciate you coming to GSL. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Welcome.
And thanks for having me here as well.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I would love for you to tell me where you are and just a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am in Canada. I think the great province of Alberta. Uh,
Oh.
well, and a little bit about myself. I run a tech solutions company, so providing tech support, doing implementation for organizations and business owners looking to actually digitally transform, um, more or less in the e-commerce space and also in the software as a service space as well. As you know, very recently, a lot of things have come up with AI and all that. So a lot of people are looking to see how to adopt that into their business or even their organization. And so that's where my company comes in, and that's where I come in and step in and really take the lead on a lot of these things. So yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's amazing. Well, shout out to Canada. We've actually interviewed a few people up there and whatnot. So yay. I was wondering because I know when we were talking earlier, I was like, oh man, where is she? And our time difference, and oh no. But so Canada, cool, awesome. And then your business sounds amazing. We definitely have to find out more information about that because I know, like you just mentioned, this whole thing about AI, like I've been kind of dabbling with ChatGPT, and there's so many different things out here now where on one hand, if I'm completely honest, when I came across ChatGPT, I was like, I felt kind of like, is this taking away from the creativity of the human brain? You know, like I kind of felt like that slightly. But then on the flip side, I'm like, it has been like a beneficial tool as well. And so I know a previous guest, or well, a guest is going to come in the future because, I was talking to someone and they basically were sharing with me that I guess the whole thing about AI, it's never going to replace humans or anything like that. But then I guess that's the little scary thing in the background. Like people are like, oh, we need to be on guard about this AI thing. And so you say your business kind of taps into, I guess, merging the businesses and finding, I guess, a happy medium between all of this.
Yes. And to be truthful, I used to tell myself, or I used to even tell my people that I work with that AI understands me more than other people. Because sometimes when I'm explaining to my employees or my staff, and I'm saying something like, "Oh, I need you to get me this, and that," and I'm putting it out there for them, and they're still wondering like, what does she want, But when I put it in AI, and then I'm asking, this is what I need, this is what I'm thinking about, this is my creative solution. So how can you get me this, and that? And AI just like pours it out in like a matter of seconds, and you're just staring and saying, "Oh my God, this thing is like my second husband," or something. I don't know. But yeah, no, I
Right.
don't think that AI will take anyone's job. I just think that people should adopt it. And
Mhm.
what I mean is take it as something like, the world has gone fast paced. So you can't do anything manual now. Like if you're trying to run your business manually, there's somebody else that's making like 20 times what you're doing. So while you're just starting to, register your business, someone has already registered, has already started the business, has already made like 30 sales. So that's how you should see AI. It's almost like a support system so that you can run your business faster.
like I said, I totally see the benefits of it because like I'm sure people have been noticing that my captions have gotten a little better on social media and things like that. Because I mean, not that I couldn't think of things, but then it's like when hashtags came out and all this, I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
understand. And then I brought on the virtual assistant, and when she came on, things kind of got a little bit better. But then when I came again, I got across
Mhm.
the chat, you can see my husband telling me about it, and I went and checked it out. I'm like, this is great. But then on the flip side, I was like, this is kind of weird. Like, because for example, like I'm imagining kids, like, I don't know about how kids are gonna write essays and whatnot. Like, I feel like anybody in school now is just has this tool that's gonna just do everything for them. So all the stuff that we went through, like writing your essay or whatever, it's like so easily done, like you just said, in like a matter of
Yeah.
seconds. And so they're gonna have to really I guess we have to, like you said, kind of move with the times, right? So whatever
Mhm.
assignments have to probably be AI proof when it comes to schools. Like it's a whole thing, a change
Um,
of life.
yes, yes, yes. So to be truthful, this is how I would say that, talk about kids, especially, I would talk about it in a sense that education from like the time we know it has not changed, right? So maybe now's the time to start seeing those reforms in how school is being run. So instead of
Mhm.
writing essays, why not think of something else? Why not think of presentations instead? Why not think of these
Mhm.
kids doing so much more, like being more outspoken as opposed to, okay, an essay writing, right? So that's how I would see
Mhm.
AI and school. But now I know that there are some like basic policies. So people under 18, or maybe not under 18, because I know that like above 13 then you're on internet, but like people under
Mhm.
13 they're not using AI. That's not something that they would readily have.
Mhm.
You have to have all those like checks. I'm over 18. I agree that I'm over 18. So that's still guiding the school system as of now, but later on, there needs to be a little bit of reform in the school system so that things can move forward and they're on the same page as where business owners are right now.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I definitely, because in my mind, I was more so thinking about, I know middle school could probably get into it too, but I'm definitely like high schoolers and college and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we do need to kind of get with the times in regards to the things. But so, what about the people that are concerned, right? The people that are like, oh, this thing might be evil, X, Y, and Z. Like, what would you say to those type of individuals?
Um, well, I don't know. Coming
Um,
from me, that I've actually been in the position where I've had to go in and learn, the backside of it, where we're
mm,
actually putting data in the system. I don't think they
mm,
have anything to fear. Like we're putting in data, and the data is like spitting out things, you know.
mm,
And that's how
mhm.
you know what's working, what's not. So if you think that it's like an evil spirit just giving you information, I don't know. That's very interesting. um
I mean,
right now we don't have
I've
any
heard.
evidence of it, but this is where I stand. It's strictly data, and it's all the knowledge poured in from, I think it's, where is this, something we use in development though, but that's where all the knowledge is coming from, and that's where it's like curating all that knowledge and putting it out there. And the good
Mm,
thing about AI is that it learns as it goes. So for instance, now
mhm,
if you've been talking about your business, maybe your business name is X, Y, and Z, and you put in the mission, vision, values. So anytime you go back to the AI system, it already knows your mission, vision, values. So right, it
mm,
can help you to maybe say create 40 different posts for 40 days of the month, just based
mhm,
on the fact that you have those mission, vision, values. And, before it starts to learn a little bit about your brand tone. Before it starts to learn a little bit about, how you want to reach out to customers as well, like, in your
mhm.
sequencing, like, your 30 days email sequence and automation. So it starts to learn all those things, and it helps you in the long run, right?
I mean, yeah, like I said earlier, I definitely can see the benefits of it, and you just explained a lot of great things that can, especially as somebody like me or a business owner or people that are just trying to keep things going or whatever the case is, because it would take a huge team, or you would feel like before this,
Mhm.
right, that it would take a huge team to do those type of things. And it does kind of do it in a way where it automates it and whatnot. And now I know that there's some paid versions and whatnot. I've been obviously using the free ones. I'm sure people um and whatnot, but I'm sure it's more affordable situation across the board. It's just, I mean, I can see it. I can see a lot of benefits to it and stuff. I've also seen, now, I don't know if this is something that you work with, doing the, I guess, the different things with the robots. And they got the robots that dance and that, not act like dogs, but things like that. Like, are you into that part as well? Or it's just kind of like the behind the scenes, just data part?
No, I'm not into robots. I'm just behind the scenes data. So sorry, can't tell you
Okay.
anything about it. But there is that thing. I think the next phase is quantum AI. So that's a lot of the AI things with hands and legs.
Mhm.
So that's what you're gonna be seeing. And that's where
Yeah.
the robots come in, right? But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, there are like a lot of advancements. I just don't know a lot about it. So I'm just gonna stop where I know, with the data and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. No, I just was it's just something I came across. I don't know what led me to it. Probably I don't know if it was an AI search or whatever, but then or maybe just people sharing about there's these robots now, they're dancing and they're doing and they're like you can see with the music, it's like choreography. It's very interesting to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
I mean stuff and all kinds of things where you're like, man, okay. So it's very interesting. It's so funny because I know, again, growing up, watch things like the Jetsons and stuff, and there's like we're waiting for that type of thing. And in some ways, we're there. We're not all the way there. There's
No,
no
we're
flying
not. We're
cars,
not there at all.
but you don't think we're there? You don't think we're
No,
close?
no, we're not. We're not flying in the skies and waiting for traffic in the
What about?
sky. Not yet.
Yeah, yeah, no. But then on the flip side, it's like, what would that even look like? I mean, I know it seems very interesting, like, oh yeah, that will work. But then when you think about like a highway in the sky, I don't know. I guess we'll get there one day, I guess, though, right?
One day, it will happen.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
I think our concern then would be a lot of air pollution, but right
Mm-hmm.
now we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then someone wants to come and get some assistance from you in your business. Like, what would that look like?
Well, it depends on what you're coming to get. But I can tell you, I can take you through a journey. Most times people come in and it's usually they've read a lot of things online and they're really just trying to find clarity. And that's where I step in and say, okay, so your business is not that X business, right? So your business is very customized. This is what you should use. I help you with the tools, I help you with the tech, and then we go on out to plan the process and then we work on automations. In terms of maybe you're a small business and you look into, okay, say maybe you're in manufacturing and you're looking to make like a big advancement in how people produce or how like manufacturing process works, and you're looking to build, let's say, a software, then that's when I come in and say, okay, so I can stand at the forefront and help you to plan out, the big picture of it and give it
Mm-hmm.
to the developers and whoever is going to help you with the building of the system. And we just help you to manage it till it's completed.
Nice. Listen, entrepreneurs, y'all out here listening. We're gonna have her information momentarily.
Yep.
Sounds like something I need to be trying to look into as well. I know we're trying to grow here at GSL, and I know it has to go beyond me. And I think those are things that kind of held me back in the day because like feeling
Mhm.
like, oh, I got to do all the things, or feeling like, oh, I don't see growth here or there, so getting discouraged and all these different type of things. Where now I guess I'm learning the benefits of outsourcing and like letting this
Yeah.
person do that part and let this person do this part and things like that. And so it does sound like, maybe again, even your service could be some assistance to, again, people in my situation or whatever, to understand that we don't have to take it all on by
Yeah.
ourselves,
Yeah.
and that there are tools that are available and things like that. So sounds great.
Exactly.
I'm very curious. Like, well, I don't know if you had something to say about that before I ask me a question.
Okay, no. And
No?
speaking of outsourcing, I just wanted to make a comment on that. One of the ways that we are trying to get, like, small business owners to think about it is, okay, there is that system right now, even in government or even taxes, where you can actually, like if you're a parent and you have a business, you can employ your kid, right? That's one way to think
Mm-hmm.
about sourcing, right? And you're not giving it
Mm-hmm.
to someone that's, out there. It's still in the family, still in the neighbors, still in the community, but you're employing someone, and you can benefit from taxes that way. And one of the things that
Mm-hmm.
we do in my business at Aceit Digital is that we provide trainings for kids, for instance, summer camps, so that at the end of the day, that they will be able to help you with some of these tasks that you have, because it's not everything we can learn all at once. You can't learn Canva, you can't learn website design development, you can't learn all those things. I mean, you can, however, like how many hours do you have in a day to learn those when you could be doing it selling, right? So we teach all those
Mm-hmm.
things. We also make sure that the kids get into real life situations, right? They even try to experience what a CEO experiences, like making decisions, having to deal with operations, having to do with like maybe the different departments, financing, when should be a good time to say, okay, now I need to promote my products because I'm going to be out and we're not going to have anything again for the next month. Things like that. So we're going to put them in those real life situations. So we have like a whole bunch of courses that these kids could do, including even Amazon drop shipping, and creating their own digital product like merches and like digital books. These are things that we teach kids, and we make sure that they are empowered and they can either do it for themselves, because kids nowadays, they want to be able to do things for themselves, or they could do it for others. So that's what we do
Mm-hmm.
at these summer camps. Just make sure that the kids are empowered, the kids are doing, working on the same capacity that they need to be, not the school system capacity, but a much higher frequency, a much higher level. And that's what we try to do at Aceit Digital, just to make sure that, yeah, we're giving our kids the future that they need.
Uh, that is beautiful, man. That is a beautiful thing that you all are doing, because I mean, like, we all know the children are the future, and at the end of the day, I can definitely see, or I have seen a lot of people that are kind of trying to give their children a leg up in the world, and so they got them doing, having businesses now, or all these different things, kidpreneurs and all this. And so I think it's amazing that you all are doing it. I would love to hear like the age range of the camp and whatnot. And is it virtual? Is it accessible to the
Oh
world?
yeah.
Because
Yes, yes. So it's
wow.
virtual. It's virtual. The CEO experience though is in hybrid. But the good thing that about it is, even though you go on excursion here in Canada, every other person, if you're in US, you'll be able to like zoom into the excursion place where we have the CEO visit, and you'll still be able to experience that, as if you were there, right? But the other courses are virtual, but you get to work in teams, and it's a global audience, right? So, and
Mm-hmm.
this is not the first year we're holding it. We've had it for 2 years consecutively now. The first year we had about 74 kids in the class, and the second year we had them do projects like build a website for like a real life business owner, and then they got paid for it, right? And this was after the summer
Wow.
camp, right? So I just want to strongly encourage people to look at this. If you know a kid in the neighborhood, or if you know a parent in the neighborhood, get them to register on, because this is where we should be focusing on, just advancement, innovation, and seeing how we can empower our young ones.
That is so true, because I know a lot of people, we got out of school and then we're like, man, we don't know how to manage money, or we don't know how to do this, or things that
Yeah.
we should have probably learned in school and things like that. And so I I think that's great, man. Congrats on the success of it thus far. I mean, that's amazing as well. And like, I'm about to go look into it. I don't know, can a 4-year-old get in there, but we gonna figure it out.
No, 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 no. So I have the age at 8. I have 16,
Oh,
8 to 16.
okay.
But 4-year-olds, maybe they should wait a little bit and stay with mom, learn some of the traditional things, and then come back.
Yes, I know, right? I know. Like, look, financial literacy at 4, kid. Oh goodness. But I do want to know, like, so what got you into this business and everything like that? Is it something that you just knew you was going to do, or did it fall in your lap? Like, how did that work for you?
Um, to be truthful, I just found myself I don't want to. Well, I just found myself like growing up, I traveled a lot. So one of the things that would keep me company would be computers. So I
Mm-hmm.
always find myself doing things like design, tech, and in the one of the my favorite classes would be like design technology or computer science. So I've always been in that space where I liked it. However, there was the time period, I think 2 years of my life where I kind of left it. So I studied something else or was
Mm-hmm.
studying something else in school until I realized that I was actually helping computer science students complete some of their assignmts. I was, some people would ask me like, what in the world are you doing in economics? And that's when I knew that I had to make the switch. And
Mm-hmm.
when I did, it just seemed like everything was falling into play, and I love what I do.
That's amazing. Well, I'm glad that whatever it was that got you on that purpose and everything like that worked out, because yeah, it sounds like you are right where you need to be. You're already, impacting the future when it comes to the kids that you're working with. I mean, it sounds like you're doing some amazing things up there, and I commend you, sis. Look, applause to you, man. And so what does you and your team look like, real quick? Like, is it just you and or just real?
Okay.
If you want to share with us a little bit of that.
Okay, so the team now. So I have about 6 facilitators, and I have about 5 guest speakers that own businesses coming to speak at the summer camp event, mostly
Mm,
for the CEO experience courses. But some of the courses that we're offering, like I said before, is the Canva for Kids, create your own products course that involves Amazon and Dropbox, drop shipping, sorry. And then we have websites, processes, SEO experience, and then we have a really cool course that we're bringing out for the first time this year called it's in entertainment tech, beat making, and music
mm,
distribution. You might be wondering why, though. I think a couple of months, not a couple of months, but a few months back, um, I was helping a well-known artist in Europe, just do some tech, entertainment tech, and I just stumbled upon, that there's a whole new, like, there's a whole big tech world that nobody knows about, right? In
mm,
that space, and that's when I realized that, oh my gosh, this needs to be known because there's so much to work through. There's so much information, misinformation, where to go, where not to go, and then the business aspect of things, how to do seeding. I mean, it's more or less the digital space when you talk about it, but still a lot of technical capabilities needed. So that's what we're hoping that, this summer they'll have fun, making beats, but they will also have fun learning about, the industry, like, how things work, and just
mm.
just music as a whole. So it's going to be fun and feature packed.
I mean, I love that. I'm definitely all about, I guess, the STEM and STEAM side of things, because I mean, my background is in theater and art and whatnot, and so you're right. There's a lot of open territory there when it comes to technicalities of making music and whatnot. Because Lord knows, I wish I knew how to play an instrument or two, or that I wish I knew how to make beats or something, because I write songs and I have it in my head, but it's like I gotta outsource or get someone else to do what's in my head, and stuff. And so yeah, it sounds like I need to be signing up for this camp, man.
Oh
Listen.
yeah. So funny enough, it's we're gonna have someone, a Guinness record holder, come and teach one part of the class. Not for all the parts of the class, but we're gonna have like an artist, a European artist, actually come to teach the class. And one of the things I was just saying that maybe I should actually just sign up. I'll just sit in, just watching, and then I will sign up for the class too, because it does look like a really good class for anybody at all to just actually attend and
Mm.
learn about music, about just entertainment technology in general.
Well, man, I'll be praying for you and your team and everything that continues to flourish and grow. Because again, it sounds amazing across the board. I mean, if you could give us a little sneak peek into the future for you and your business, what would you say is like a little bit of your vision? You know, I know you don't want to give it all, but just like,
Well,
what can we look forward to seeing?
well, always inspiring, always equipping, and always building. In terms of, school training, it doesn't matter what level I'm, that's what I'm looking for in the future. My vision is to see everyone grow, to tell their story in the way that they want to tell it, and
Mm,
to just really use the tools out there to build themselves.
mm. Well, sounds like you are path to success, and I commend you. I wanted you to also let us know where can we find you and more information about you and your endeavors.
Okay, well, so my website is acetdigital.com. However, for the kids learning in summer camps, you can go on to juniordigitalentrepreneurs.com. It's a mouthful, but juniordigitalentrepreneurs.com.
All right. Well, is there anything else you would like to share with us before you go?
No, but thank you so much for having me here. And this has been a lovely discussion. And yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for coming, and we're looking forward to you coming back and sharing with us any updates you may have.
For sure. Thank you, Miracle.
Thank you so much for watching the GSL Talk Show, and thank you to Miss Tolu for joining us tonight. I hope that you guys check out her camp and her business and everything like that. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good night.